Yo, what is up YouTube? Back from my YouTube video, and today we have a guide on how to obtain the Khvostov exotic auto rifle as well as the legendary version. Now, basically before we get into the guide, I want to go over some kind of steps to take before you start and everything. So what I recommend, number one, is go over here to the Lost City and then go straight to Micah 10. Just follow along on screen if you're not familiar with how to get to her, but just make your way down here. And what I recommend, number one, is making sure you have all 6 Cysts discovered. And these missions are basically mini missions within the Pale Heart, and they're pretty easy to do, but I know there is like quests and stuff to unlock them first. Unfortunately, I don't remember exactly what you have to do word for word, but I looked up a Reddit thing and it was talking about how you had to do like the ghost missions that she has, and then you're gonna get prompt to do overthrow, and you open overthrow chest, and then she'll give you another mission or something like that. But if you go over here and if there's anything about obtaining Cyst missions, just make sure you do those. Now let's say you completed them or something and you just want to make sure you have all of them unlocked. If you have this Lost Ghost tab right here and you have the Alone in the Dark quest, you can see for me it says Ghost recovered 7 and then Cyst discovered 6. Make sure you have 6 Cysts discovered because we're going to have to play all of them in order to find collectibles within them. So that's going to be pertaining to the quest here for the exotic, and you have to get them. There's no way to kind of do it without getting them, so just make sure you have all 6 Cysts discovered. Now another thing is going to be your inventory. I recommend having some space here. If you could have at least one row, that would probably be more than enough, but if anything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots I think is really good. If you're someone who played last year at all through any point, you might have keys saved up like Defiant keys or Riven Lair keys and stuff like that. Just kind of look through and make sure that if you have those, take those out of your inventory. When the final shape came out, those are still in my inventory from, like I said, last year's DLCs and stuff like that. So if you see anything that you just don't want, you can feel free to dismantle that. But just make sure you have some space here, that way you can go ahead and pick up a lot of the consumables or whatever. You're going to pick up motes of light, you're going to pick up encryption bits, keys, stuff like that. So just make sure that you have some space here, that way you can go ahead and obtain them. But now that we went over that, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and just get into the guide. Start obtaining the lost encryption bits. What we're going to have to do is open all the regional chests located within the Pale Heart. Now there's 3 in each portion of the map. There's 3 located in the landing, 3 located in the blooming, and 3 located in the impasse. Now they are marked on your map, and I will be showing you the locations and everything here. There's also going to be timestamps in the description down below. That way if you want to skip ahead or something like that, you have the option to do so. Another thing I want to note is I will probably be speeding up the gameplay at portions. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do yet, but depending on what you're seeing on screen here, is most likely just going to be sped up or at some point slowed down. The first one is pretty easy. It's located by a waterfall. I'm sorry I didn't show you directly from the spawn. I completely forgot to do that, but I do it for the rest of them, so just bear with me for that one. But I'll show you all the locations and I'll pick up with you guys once we move on to the next step. So you can see, once we open all of these, I want you to go to your inventory, and you should have 9 encryption bits in your inventory. I have 10 because I did a cyst early and I picked it up prior to this recording, but just make sure you have 9 in your inventory. Alright, so for the next step here, we're going to have to go ahead and actually start the cyst missions. Now, if you look at the map here where I'm standing, I'm also highlighting the Moth-Infested Cavern because that's going to be the first one that we're going to do. But we also are going to have Sword Dance as another cyst right here. Every location has 2 cysts. You actually have to activate it or switch over to the other one. So you can see I currently have Moth-Infested Cavern activated, but if you want to switch it, you talk to the bird and then it'll activate Sword Dance. The next location in the Blooming has Slayer and Searing Light, and the last location, the Impasse, is going to have Aerial Ace and Smothering Darkness. So I'm just showing you the location of where you can talk to the bird in case you want to start it in whatever order. Here I'm starting off with Moth-Infested Cavern, and basically I'm just going to follow the waypoint here, and then once you reach the waypoint, the bird is going to basically guide you to where you have to go. So you're going to see in a little bit, the bird is going to pretty much tell me go left, go right, whatever, just follow whatever direction that it ends up flying in, and then it will lead you towards the entrance of the cyst. So what I'm going to do is let this play out. This is the only one I'm going to let it play out for, and then the rest I'm just going to speed it up when I'm running, that way you can still follow along, but again, it is kind of a long route sometimes, so I'm going to let this play out, and I'll pick up with you guys once we actually are in the cyst and we're going to get the collectible. So this is going to be the room where we're going to find the collectible. You can see as I go down here, this is the first room, so it's pretty easy to find. You don't even have to complete the cyst, just find the collectible, but run around and you will find kind of like a little cave right here. Run to the left and you can see it right here. It's like these broken bones or something. You're going to hold your interact button to search and you'll get your lost encryption bit. So there we go. That's going to be Moth-Infested Cavern complete. We're going to move on to the next one, being Sword Dance. Now to move on to the next step, you are going to have to go back to the landing spawn point and then go back to the bird, and we're going to interact with it in order to switch the active cyst, because it's not going to change automatically. You are going to have to interact with it to change it. So you can see I'm going to make my way back over here, and then I'm going to go to the bird, and it's going to say activate cyst sword dance. I'm going to hold interact on it, and then you can see right here it's going to disappear, and it's going to go ahead and change the map cyst to sword dance, as you can see. Now make your way over there, follow the bird, and then I'll show you the collectible and everything right now. So right after this little jumping section here, you will make your way towards this wall here. Make sure to just break it with your sword. Then move forward over here. And then actually on the left side of the ogre and the enemies here, you are going to notice this floating platform. Just look down and see that little pathway. Just drop right there. Go ahead and break the wall with your sword. And then right back there you will see the collectible. I will put a screenshot just to show you when I picked it up there was one there, but since I picked it up earlier, that's why I had 10 instead of 9 bits earlier, so now you know that right there. But once you complete it, you don't even have to finish the cyst. We're going to move on to the next one. So our next two cysts are going to be the Slayer cyst and the Searing light cyst. So you can see I'm going to make my way over here to Slayer, and then I will show you how to change the cyst after I complete it. So just follow your waypoint here. And the big thing about this one is you pretty much just play it like normal, and right after the boss fight is where you're going to find your collectible. So you don't worry too much about having a just like speedrunner or whatever. Just do everything normally, and then right at the end I'll just show you the trees and everything. It's located behind a tree, so you can see I'm shooting the runes here in order to open it. Then go ahead and complete it like normally. This is where that killed the boss right there. Run over here behind this tree, and then behind the second one is where you're going to find the collectible, as you can see right here. So there we go. Interact with it, and then that'll be your next lost encryption bit. Now we are going to go back to the blooming, because we remember we do have to go ahead and switch the active cyst. So I'm going to fast travel back over there, and I'm going to go ahead and just speed up the gameplay, but make your way back to like that halfway point right there. And then we're going to go ahead and change it from the Slayer cyst to the Searing light cyst. So you can see I'm going to make my way right here, interact with the bird in order to change the active cyst. And now we have Searing light activated. That means we can just go ahead and complete it. So I'm going to go ahead and just make my way over here. The waypoint does get a little tricky here, so I am going to just kind of compensate over this. In the gameplay, I got a little lost. I just decided to kill some of the enemies, but just skip towards these guys to the right this time. And there's going to be a portal here. Jump through the portal. And then here, just go straight to your left. You can see there is a waypoint after a certain amount of time. But go ahead and just go through the cave, go through the waterfall, shoot the runes. And this is going to be another one where it's going to be right after the boss fight. So just go ahead, take your time, do whatever you want. After the boss fight, make your way down here to this purple kind of cave. And then you just check the left side. I checked the right because I didn't remember which side it was, but it's over here on the left. And you can see there's going to be an interact button right there. Go ahead and search it, and that's our last bit for the blooming. Our next cyst is going to be the Smothering darkness cyst, and I'm going to show you how to get there. And it's another one where you have to kill the boss and then pick up your collectible. So I'm just going to show you how to get there, and I'll pick up with you guys once we defeat the boss. Now, once you defeated the boss like you're seeing right now, interact with the ghost to heal it, and then go for this cave right here to my left with the purple crystal. I'm about to shoot at it to show you right there. That's the cave you want to go to. Don't be confused because there's two purple crystal caves. That's the one that you have to go to right here that I'm running towards. And then once you walk inside, you are going to see there's kind of like a drop down, kind of like in between area right here. Just feel free to drop down and then go straight forward through kind of like this narrow passageway. And then right here on the right you will find your collectible, so just search it. And then we're going to go back to the Impasse to move on to our next cyst.
I'm tracking numerous enemy signatures converging on your position. Get ready.
So you can see after you defeat the boss, you're going to go ahead and kill the ghost, then look around, there's going to be a cave with a purple glow. You're going to want to go towards that cave. There is going to be a lot of lava, so be careful because you can't touch lava that long or you'll die. So you can see I take one step in it and I'm like 75% health, but look for those 2 blue lines and then just follow the right side of that wall. You can see right here there's going to be a cave within a cave right there. Just go inside, and then all you gotta do is search that and you'll get the last thing that we need here, which is the lost encryption code. So make sure you pick that up, and then now what we're gonna do is fast travel back to the Impasse and then make our way over here. There's no mission or anything to do right now. All we're doing is going to a location here, so just follow along here. I'm not going to speed it up, that way it's easy to follow, just because this is kind of just an easy thing to do and I don't want you guys to get lost doing this and stuff like that. But we're going to make our way through here. This is basically like a recreation of, you know, Destiny 1 and everything, where we first got the auto rifle. So we're going to make our way over here into the divide and then just go straight to your right, and right here you're going to find that gold chest. Unlock it, and you can actually, the gun is actually propped up right in front of the chest as well. But you can see we got the legendary version of the auto rifle. Now to get the exotic one, what we're going to have to do is go and find Visions of the Traveler first. These are going to be collectibles, and you can see if you follow along on the pathway right here, there's going to be clues telling you pretty much how to find it and where to find it, right? So I'm going to show you guys the locations anyway. I'm not going to just leave you here halfway through the guide, but you can see these are clues and they pretty much tell you straight away where to go and everything like that. So what I'm going to do is, in terms of these collectibles and everything, I'm just going to let it play out. It's pretty simple, and we'll just cut to all 8 of them right now.
Echoes of the traveler's experiences vibrate within this object. I can feel the traveler's presence radiate. traveler's life rests.
I just want to jump in real quickly and show you that for this one you are going to have to go to a Cyst here. You can see this is where we just got the traveler collectible, and you're going to want to make sure you have Searing light activated as the Cyst for the blooming. Again, if you don't have it activated, go to the bird here, talk to it, and if it says activate Searing light, make sure you put that on. But you can see I'm going to just make my way over here. Just follow the gameplay. It's not going to be too far into the mission. It's literally right at the start after you shoot the gate and everything, so follow along with that. And then the next one after this is going to be pretty far, and I'll just jump in real quickly at the start of that one as well to kind of give you guys some notes and stuff like that.
Impressions of the
So now for the next one here, just fast travel here to the Impasse. Now if you have an activity like me, I have like a ghost memory or something there that I can do, but you can go either from the Impasse or down from the blooming. You can see for me it was easier just to fast travel to the Impasse and go backwards, but however you get there is up to you. If you don't have an activity to use as a waypoint like I am, then just follow along with the video. I'm not going to speed it up just so it's easy for you to follow, but it is going to take you a bit of time. It takes like 5 minutes to get there, and it's so annoying, but there's also a prismatic chest that's nearby that I will show you just in case if you don't have that one either. So just kind of pay attention to that, and I will see you guys once we are ready to deposit all the collectibles.
The traveler's memories and experiences are imprinted on this object. I will try to translate them as best as I can. I'm picking up a spike in enemy activity. They're rerouting to your location. The traveler's experiences.
So I just want to note right here, I picked this one up early, so there's nothing on my screen here, but for you, when you come over here, there will be a traveler collectible here, so just make a quick note of that.
There's an imprint of the traveler.
So I want to go over real quickly how we can get motes of light. So you can see here, you get 8 motes of light from finding the visions of the traveler collectibles. Now, we just did that. I'm sure as you picked up your traveler collectibles, you noticed, oh, I'm getting motes of light. You get 1 for each one, and we just got 8, so that means we have 8 motes. Now in total we're going to need 17 motes to move on. Now where we're going to get the rest of them, it's going to be from overthrow the activity within the Pale Heart. So you can see the rest of our motes will drop from the overthrow bosses, 9 motes in total. Each boss will drop 1 mote the first time you kill them. Now on screen I'm going to be showing you how you can track the triumphs and stuff like that. Just make sure you go to your journey tab and go to the triumphs, Pale Heart, and then go to the world or exploration tab, whatever it's called, and then you're going to see these 3 triumphs right here. Our Defender, Wasteland Warrior, and Basin Brawler. You can see these are all going to represent 3 different parts of the Pale Heart. Going from left to right, you can see it says defeat all 3 bosses in the landing, defeat all 3 bosses in the impasse, and then all 3 bosses in the blooming. So when it comes to this is just a way to track it. You don't have to kill them. As you see, it says here 3 times for the Sky Stealer or 2 times for the Star Eater. If you don't care about the Triumph, that doesn't matter. All you need to do is kill each one of them 1 time. Now, each boss, like I said, is going to drop you 1 mote each time you kill them. So the annoying thing is going to be having to just play this activity over and over again, trying to hope that you get the right bosses that you need and everything for that. Because there is a chance that you might get the same boss twice in a row or something like that, which if that's the case, that's unfortunate. But that's just something you have to make note of. And just to break it down real quick so I can show you, you can see this one right here, Devoted to Savathun. Once you defeat them, they'll give you your Mote of Light for the first try. Now on screen, I'm showing you what the Mote of Light looks like when you don't pick it up yet. It's going to drop from the boss and the boss only. It is not going to drop from the chest. So be very careful after you kill the boss. Make sure you run over to their body and make sure you're picking up that mote. Because if you don't pick it up, I'm not sure if it goes to the postmaster or not. But just make sure you go ahead and you grab it, because if anything, you don't want to have to rerun it again because you didn't pick it up. So again, it looks like a Mote of Light kind of from Gambit or something, but instead of being white, it's purple. If you know what enhancement cores and the prisms and everything look like after you open a chest from a Nightfall and stuff like that, they kind of have the same prism aspect to it. So just kind of go ahead and make sure you're looking for those every time you kill a boss in the overthrow activity. But like I said, the first time you kill the Devoted to Savathun boss right here in the landing, they're going to drop you a mote. The first time you kill the Star Eater, they're going to drop you a mote. The first time you kill a Sky Stealer, they're going to drop you a mote. Then if you go over to the Impasse, you kill the Subjugator, they're going to drop you a mote the first time. When you kill this Subjugator, they're going to drop you 1 the first time. You kill the Reverend of the Witness, they're going to drop you 1 the first time. So you kind of get the point, right? 1 for every initial kill of the boss. If you repeat it, like let's say you kill Subjugator of Thresholds twice in a row, you're only going to get it once on your first try. You're not going to get it the second time. You can't just farm the same one over and over again. It has to be all the unique bosses. So just make a note of that real quick. Now, which bosses you get is random, like I just said, but once you get the 17 mote, it will convert all the motes you have in your inventory to 1 exotic mote of primordial light. Now, I'm going to be showing you on screen right now what that looks like as well, because I kind of got it randomly. In my instance, I didn't know which boss I was missing, and it turns out I was only missing the Tormentor that spawns in the Impasse was the very last one, and before that I was missing 1 from the, what do you call it, the blooming portion of the map. Now, if you're like me and you played a lot of Overthrow during the first week of the final shape, odds are you might be missing the 1 from the blooming, which again I'm going to be showing you on screen as well, because when I defeated it, it dropped me a Mote of Light. If you see that boss and you need to kill it, just try that, because for me that's one that I was missing. And when you kill it, it should drop you a Mote of Light the first time, and then move on to your next boss. So you can see it's going to look like an exotic kind of dropping there, even though when you run over to pick it up, it's going to be the exotic mote of primordial light. When you have that exotic mote, that means that you're pretty much done with this whole quest and everything. All you got to do now is go deposit it at the chest and everything. So let's go ahead and show the gameplay of us actually obtaining it. When you've done everything, you can see sometimes the box won't let you open it from the front, so you might have to walk over to the side to open it. But just know, as long as you have the primordial light and you have everything that you've done, you should be able to just open the chest like that. So for me, it went straight to the postmaster, so I'll show you here real quickly. But that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you found it useful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you don't miss another video. Follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/LuckySam0. Playlist of my Destiny 2 guys will be popping up on screen right now. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.